November. Now, 11 months later, he's been indicted, facing federal charges for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So does he have any defense? I was thinking about that today. I was like, well, wait a minute. He may. I remember in the confirmation hearings for now Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett, this issue came up where Amy Coney Barrett had issued an opinion about whether or not it's constitutional, a law that all convicted felons cannot have or possess a weapon, because a gun, because it's part of a Second Amendment right. Take a listen to what now Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett said during her confirmation hearings.
I recall saying something in the opinion about the reliability of those studies, because they didn't say whether someone had been convicted of a nonviolent crime but had later been convicted of a violent crime as well. I mean, felonies cover a broad range of things, including selling pigs without a license in some states, redeeming too many bottle caps in Michigan. I mean, so felonies now cover a broad swath of conduct, not all of which seems indicative of whether someone's likely to abuse a firearm.
So, is Lil Wayne someone who is likely to abuse a firearm? Was it that kind of a felony that he maybe has a constitutional argument to defend himself and perhaps avoid going to federal prison? Perhaps. But if that doesn't work, maybe, this is a federal case, maybe you'll get a pardon from the president. That's right, Lil Wayne spent some time with President Trump. They were talking about the Platinum Plan and what the president wanted to do for the community. And Lil Wayne, I guess, has a little bit of a relationship, so maybe he gets a pardon. I don't know. Posting all this on social media, asking you if Lil Wayne is the kind of felon who should retain his Second Amendment rights. Let's begin with our 13th comment of the day from Cindy Ray. Just because you have money and fame doesn't exclude you from the laws of the land. He's a convicted felon, therefore he should suffer the penalties that every convicted felon has to suffer. Eklund Mercy, is money and fame a way out in this case?
Oh, absolutely. Because what I would argue is, what I actually would argue is it's a gold-plated it's gold-plated, so why wouldn't be, I think that especially with regards to weapon, intent should be it. So, I mean, he's already a rapper, having a gift of a gold-plated gun that actually happens to be functional. I think that you can make the argument. If he took it for the purposes of, just for jewelry, or if he took it for the purposes of, decorations, it's not a weapon for him. And so I think that it's although it's creative, although it's a long shot, I think that that's what they will. I think if I was his defense attorney, I would look at that. And because he has so much money, might as well. I mean, you could throw all of it out there and see what sticks.
Yeah, his lawyer said it was a Father's Day gift. Here's what Chris has to say. Yeah, his contact with the president and the cordial relationship between the president and Justice Amy Coney Barrett may save him from his foolishness. We will see how it plays out. He's a fool. Brian, do you think there's any chance he gets a pardon?
I don't think he's getting a pardon, but he is a fool. I mean, I don't know how much money Lil Wayne has, but I'm sure it's enough that if he wants the gun in his own home and he wants to make it not operational, because that's really what we're talking about. The gun is only a gun if it's operational, meaning it can actually fire bullets. He wants to have one of his bodyguards transport it and then make it not operational. Great, you have the money to do it. But otherwise, until the law is deemed unconstitutional, which I don't think is going to happen, or the law is changed, don't do it. I mean, those are the rules. Unfortunately, I don't agree with them, but those are the rules that we have right now.
April writes he should be able to because he is very rich and a targeted man. He has to be able to protect himself and his posse if need be. Andrew, is Lil Wayne the type of felon who should be able to exercise his Second Amendment right?
It may not matter whether he should or shouldn't, because the law is pretty clear. When I'm a former federal prosecutor, every federal prosecutor knows 18 U.S.C. 922G